y'all, and welcome to today's video. My order from Pat McGrath is here. I ordered the new Artistry palette, Mthrshp Mega Celestial Nirvana palette. My order is here. I'm so happy to be playing with this palette. Very excited for today's video. And I have to say, what I was just like so happy about when I saw this palette is we have colorful mattes from Pat McGrath. What I have been waiting for. We have a matte green, matte purple, matte navy, pinks, reds. Oh, I'm so happy about this. So today is just going to be my first impression. We're going to do swatches. We're going to do looks. I'm going to talk to you about this palette. And if you are new here, I want to say, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup. Now, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today because I upload lots of new videos every single week. This will be video number 6 this week, I think. So if you're looking for lots of new fun makeup content, this is the place to be. But I am very excited about this palette, so let's jump into it. Okay, starting out, I did order this palette when it launched at the Pat McGrath site. I do have the palettes that she launched last year and the year before that are in this larger format that were at the lower price point. I really like that Pat McGrath does these big palettes for the holiday. I will link this down below. There were a bunch of other things in the collection that are releasing later on, and there were colorful mascaras that launched with this palette. I did not buy those, but the palette really called to me. So let me show you a close-up of the inside of this palette so that you can see, because we have a very large mirror and we have lots of colors in here and still lots of neutrals. So if you're a neutral lover or a colorful lover, I think this color story will probably really call to you. I did see from Pat McGrath that this palette is kind of broken down into 3 different parts. So these first 2 columns you should be able to create easy looks with. These next 2 columns, you pair these together and you can create looks with. And then these last 2, all the shades are supposed to go together. So if you bought this palette, you're not sure what to do with it, try breaking it down like that and working with these in 6 shade like increments for looks. But I'm going to be kind of dipping all over into the palette today. I do want to show you swatches on my arm. I think swatches are fun. I really like to do swatches. Y'all seem to really like when I swatch palettes as well. So I did want to show those to you. Now, I'm just going to do one look today, and if y'all want me to, I can definitely do more looks in future videos, but I'm sure you've noticed my under eyes are not looking good today. The pollen count here where I live is very high. I have major outside allergies. I'm allergic to all trees, all grass. There's a lot of ragweed in the air, which I'm very allergic to. My skin, I have a rash. My under eyes are all puffy. So my skin's just a little irritated today, but this palette came in and I really wanted to play with it, but I do ask that you forgive me for only creating one look today. I just really want to play with this palette. I really want to let y'all know my thoughts, show you swatches, but I can definitely do more looks in the future. Just let me know if you'd like to see that. And again, I ask that you forgive me for today. I can't push my face to do more than one look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm going to use my MAC paint pot. I've been using it for years. I do have deep set eyes and I do have oily skin, so I always use an eye primer. I'm going to zoom y'all in so that you can see a little closer up me applying the shadows. I'll talk to you as we go. My first impression, of course. I will say I do have quite a few Pat McGrath palettes. I've been using her eyeshadows for years, so I do feel like I'll be able to tell you pretty quickly if these are the great Pat McGrath eyeshadow quality that I know and love from the brand. But I really want to play with this palette. I'm very excited about it. So let's put some eyeshadow on. Okay, so to start off, I really want to use this beautiful deep purple and this beautiful deep navy blue. I think those just look so, so beautiful. Now, the names are printed in reverse on the back, but I just wanted to show you this purple and this navy right up here are what we're going to start off our look with. All right, so I have this purple, and I'm just going to put this right in the crease. Now, I don't set my eye primer, so I put my eye primer on and then I go in with my shadow. But this is really pretty. I mean, you can see right there, very pigmented. Just kind of buffing this in, but the pigment is there. That is such a pretty purple shade. I'm just gonna buff back and forth for a minute. This is a Sigma brush. This is a E25 Max brush. So I'm just going to make sure I have that purple built up the way I want it and slowly blend back and forth. Okay, now I've got a Sigma E45 with this navy blue shade, and I'm gonna put this right in the outer corner. I'm putting it first down next to my lash line, and then I'm slowly taking it up and out. But I'm just going to blend it after I have the shade down how I want. Then I'm gonna go back and just buff and blend and make sure everything is seamless. And once I have that how I want it, just like this, then I'm gonna go in with a big fluffy brush, and right kind of up and over here, I'm gonna put on this beautiful like Barbie pink matte shade. Okay, I've got this Sigma E35, this fluffy brush. I'm gonna tap off any excess pink from the brush because I just want to use this to be like a hint of pink. And then I'm going to bring it out here, kind of swirl it around, but I'm just gonna use this to kind of like subtly transition. So we're gonna have a nice little transition from kind of purple to pink and then from blue to pink. I think that's gonna be really, really pretty. And I really want to put on the green matte on the lower lash line. I think that is what I want to do. That's kind of what I've had in my mind because I'm just so excited about the colorful mattes. Now, y'all know I'm a shiny, sparkly type of person. I love sparkle shadows, but I just, like, I've been wanting more colorful mattes from Pat, so it just has me all excited. So you can just see kind of from this eye to this eye how much softer it looks with that nice little bit of a pink transition. I'm into it, I'm into it. Now I'm going into the green matte shade on this Sigma Sam Ravindell brush. And I'm going to pack this green on the lower lash line. Oh, I'm so excited for these colors. And that's a really pretty green shade. I'm just going to kind of connect it to the blue right out here and just drag back and forth. And then after we've got all those mattes on, we're gonna start playing with some of these really pretty sparkly shades from the palette. But so far these mattes are looking so gorgeous. You could definitely put a matte all over the lid and have an all matte look. That would be gorgeous, but I've got to add some sparkle in. Okay, the three shimmer shades that I want to play with are first this blue, of course, and then I want to play with this kind of rose gold orangey type of shade, and then this like iridescent looking shade up here. I know y'all have seen the swatches. I have not swatched the palette yet in my timeline, you know, the power of editing, but those are the shades I want to play with. I want to see how they perform, and I'm going to prime my lids with my KARLA Fix Potion. I love priming with something like this, just an extra adhesive that keeps everything in place, keeps me from creasing, and makes the shades really, really pop. Okay, I've got this gorgeous blue. Oh, that is so pretty. This is a Lunar Beauty brush, and I'm just going to pack this shimmer on, and then I will just lightly blend it. But I want this to be like the main focus as far as shimmers go, and the others are just going to kind of accent everything. But that blue shade is like, wow. I think this is so beautiful. Now, if you're into indie shadows, things like that, are these shades gonna be super unique in your collection? No, I don't think so. Or if you have a big collection. But for me, part of like my love for makeup is playing with different color stories, playing with the different formulas, different brands, different textures, getting inspired by different things. So I always like to give y'all my thoughts and opinions on new releases that I'm interested in stuff, because I just love it. Like, even if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I can promise you I would be buying a ton of makeup because I just love it. I love it. But if you are on a low buy, if you're on a no buy, if you're trying to shop less, spend less, I want to encourage you to shop your stash. You know, you may have to pull out 3, 4, maybe even 5, 6, who knows how many palettes, and dip into them to recreate this look, but go for it. Stay strong on your low buy or no buy. Stay committed to your goals. But maybe you'll enjoy watching. Maybe you'll get inspired to pull some of your things out. I think this is really pretty though. And like I said, as somebody who is a fan of the Pat McGrath brand, this palette, like, I had to have it. I had to have it. I'm just going back. I do this a lot. I go back in with the original mattes that I used, because sometimes I can get carried away and I can kind of blend my shimmers on top of my mattes. So I just want to go back in, add some of that I may have covered up with my shimmer shade. Okay, now I'm going in with that reddish rose gold shade. This is also a Lunar Beauty brush, and I just want to add a touch of that right out here, kind of in between the matte navy and that beautiful blue shade that we put on the lid. I'm just going to very carefully work this in, because I want it to be something kind of like unexpected right there, you know, like, oh wow, that's different. I wanted to just put that right there, like I said, just a small little something different. And then I'm going to go into that more like iridescent looking shade. That's beautiful. Okay, do y'all see right there on the inner corner? That is stunning. Okay, I'm actually wearing quite a few other Pat McGrath products. Let me even this out. I forgot to put this shade right over here. I think this is a pretty contrast between the two blues. But I'm actually wearing some other Pat McGrath stuff on my face today too. Like I said, I really like the brand. A lot of the products from the brand work well for me. And I realized as I was getting ready that I've emptied my Pat McGrath concealer. I don't have it anymore. That's one of my favorite concealers. So I need to repurchase that. But I am wearing the Pat McGrath foundation. I'm wearing a blush from Pat McGrath. I have it in this palette. I don't know if this palette is still available, but the shade is Paradise Venus, the blush I'm wearing, this one right here. I'll list it and link it all down below. I'm also wearing the Bridgerton highlighter. This is one of my favorite highlighters from her. It has like a sheer base to it, so it's so beautiful. But this is Incandescent Gold 002. And then on my lips is the lip liner in Cosmic Vibes, the lipstick in Divine Indiscretion, and the gloss in the shade Faux Real Lust Gloss Lip Gloss. Okay, Faux Real must be the shade. Let me put on liner. I'm going to use my Legendary Wear Velvet Kohl eyeliner. I'm going to put on some mascara, some lashes, and I'll be back. We'll see how the look comes together. This is the completed look, but I do want to add liner and lashes, and I'll kind of tell you about my first impression thoughts on this palette. Alright, y'all, this is the finished look. I put on some of my Kiss Ruffle lashes. Y'all know I love those. I feel amazing in this look. Of course, I wish, you know, I wasn't so puffy, but I'm so happy with how these shadows perform. I absolutely love my look. I actually think I may film something else. I was thinking I'm going to go on about my day, but I'm loving this look so much. I think it's so beautiful. I can't wait to play with more shades from this palette. Let me know, did you buy this palette? Did you pass on it? Are you shopping your stash? I am really excited to play more with this color story. I think it's really fun. I really want to play with this chunky textured gold shadow right here. That looks really truly beautiful. I know that Pat McGrath, I believe tomorrow, is launching more of the collection, the face palettes, the 5-pan palettes. Let me know if you want me to get those and review them, but I absolutely love my look. I know I already told you everything else that is on my face, but I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a super awesome, amazing, fun, fantabulous day, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye.